I've often thought about how you could categorize all the different LR stimuli by their methods of reasoning and then the different kinds of gaps they contain. I think it'd be interesting to do. Have you ever done anything like that or thought about that?
Oh, well, I mean, I have a chapter in my book on the flaws, and I have a method vocab list where I kind of talk about all the different method answer choice language and give people the definitions of some of those words, and then an uncut version on my website. But I feel like Testmasters kind of does have something like that, and it's really overwhelming for people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something like over 100 flaws, I think.
Well, it was 86, and it's over 100.
Oh, geez. Yeah, all the variations, I guess.
And like, even, on Reddit, I've seen some people talking about like, I can't memorize the flaws because there are just too many. And it's like, well, what are you referring to? And they're referring to that Testmasters list. Mm-hmm. And like, as an LSAT person, I absolutely respect the effort that went into that list. And like, I would enjoy reading it and it would be fun for me. I think for the average student, maybe they're going to feel a little bit overwhelmed and they are going to rebel against that level of memorization. But like, I mean, we could have a debate all day about where memorization and learning meet and how they're always going to have some relationship to each other. But I think as LSAT people, we have an obligation to always put the student first and put the accessibility of our information first. And that's why, my book used to be 800 something pages, 900 pages. That's why it's 462 now, because I knew that if I asked people to read that many pages, they're not going to read any of them. It's like if you ask somebody to run a marathon, they aren't going to run anything. If you ask somebody to run half a mile, maybe they'll run a quarter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, start small. Yeah.
Start small. Give them some bite-sized information. Get them going on something. Whereas if you try and do like an exhaustive catalog of all the different methods of reasoning, well, I feel like there are certain people that would be like, yes, agree, into it. And I am one of those people. For a lot of people, it's just going to come across as over-categorization. Do you know what I mean?
Totally. And then like there's also, you memorize it, but do you truly understand it? Like you can memorize it on a flashcard, but then can you implement it with a totally new logical reasoning stimulus that you've never seen before, especially if the topic is scary or unfamiliar? Then what do you do?